Hey guys and girls, Lauren here, and today I am speeding up my stream from Twitch to show you the castle build for Belle and Adam. And this would be more the interior, how I decided, where to put the bathrooms and the bedrooms and so on. I didn't follow any plan. I just kind of was winging it right there on the stream, all awkwardly at first. And so I had some input from some followers there as to the decorations, and I stuck a lot. Surprisingly, it wasn't intentional, but I stuck a lot with a lot of the vampire pack stuff inside. It was a whole bunch of it, like a lot more than I would have thought. And it took a lot of figuring out, especially in the kitchen area, because I didn't. It's a long space, and I thought I wasn't going to be able to fill it well enough, but I ended up adding in a little coffee bar, and it's just, I don't know, it turned out really great. And the dining room will be here in this corner. So here I was trying to figure out the countertops, and I didn't feel like I had very good color options. I feel like that countertop is amazing, but it needs to come in more colors. So I did go with this one, which I think ended up working perfectly after I put it all together, but at first I wasn't really too keen on it. I was a little like, I don't know, maybe. But it ended up coming together really cute. I mean, personally, this kitchen and me, we could be the besties for real. So I made a little coffee bar. I felt like it was at first a little bit too much like electronic looking stuff to be there, because it was supposed to be like a castle, and I didn't feel like it went well. But I ended up putting some flowers and some things on the counter there next to it, instead of having the tea, the coffee, and the little grinder thing. Instead, I moved the tea over there so that it wasn't quite so in your face, and kind of did a little covering. And I played with so many different cabinets that I hadn't actually played with before. I didn't quite realize that each different part could be so different. Like, you want to put the left or the right side, and that looks like, this one, or you can do this side and it looks a little different. And it was pretty fun. It was really cool to find all this new stuff out together. I couldn't get this last counter on there the way I wanted it to be, which was really frustrating me, but it is what it is. I think it ended up turning out great. I think I ended up moving that trash can though, so it's not so visible. And then I played with the shelves. I liked these shelves. I thought they were pretty. They went well with the countertops, or I guess not the countertops, the cabinetness. But the colors didn't match, so I decided to kind of mix between the wood toned and then the lighter one that was supposed to be like a white but wasn't really a white. And because it's Belle and Adam, I kind of wanted there to be like a mix of books just laying around everywhere. So I put this one here, which really looks to me like a cookbook. So I put that one there because I just thought that was perfect. And it's funny because I moved the Sims in and had them, playing in the house and everything to make sure everything worked good. Thus far, it works fine. The cookbook is there, but they will still go over to that counter and cook on it. So it literally looks like they're cooking there with that book, like telling them what to do. So I thought that was so cool, because it really looks like they're just reading from that cookbook as they cook their food. But then see, as I hope that, oh, they're probably going to hear that. Sorry. See how I put the plant and the cookie jar to kind of like break it up a little bit? That ended up being much better than I was anticipating. I think it ended up looking good. And see, and then I hid the trash can over there. That's the only thing I can say that I'm not 100% works, because I could kind of like wiggle it into its spot. So, but I haven't noticed them leaving any food and things around, so I think it's working. And then this is the bathroom that is going to be attached to this is the butler's room, the little teeny butler's room. But I felt like being on the first floor with it around the kitchen was probably the best idea, because it can really seem like a long trek from the third floor down. to the first floor, so I wanted them to be more on the first and second floor than going up to the third floor, pretty much just to clean bathrooms, I guess. So I gave them their own bedroom down here and their own bathroom that's pretty much used for guests as well. But I ended up doing a kind of blue. I didn't want the whole thing to be blue. I just wanted blue to kind of be the accent color. So I did the blue, and then they got their own little, you know, bed and side table and alarm clock and Lumiere type candelabra. That was an interesting way to say that. But I ended up putting this picture in there, which looks very, I don't know, just doesn't fit, but it worked. But I liked it. I liked it with the, I'm really sorry if you can hear all those animals behind me. I can't really like lock them out of here. So the room is open, there's not a door. So if that really bothers you, let me know and I'll try to figure something else out for the recording. But as of right now, I can't get them to stop coming in here and sneezing at me. They've got a little cold still. They're kind of sharing it between them. But in this part, I decided to do the dining room and a little bit of a little bar, and then there's going to be like a tiny sitting area on the front side. And then I discussed with everybody doing these chairs, doing the big chairs on the side, and then I did these littler, chairs on the big chairs on the ends and little chairs on the sides. And then I ended up going with, I love this chandelier. Like, I think that if I could have that in real life, I probably would. I don't know, 20s to me, I guess. But I love it. So I ended up messing with this table for a good minute. But I ended up with that chandelier rather than the vampire chandelier. And I think it ended up breaking it up because I put the vampire chandelier on the second floor. I think on the third floor too, some places. Just because it went so well, but I needed it to be a little different sometimes. I didn't want to use all the same things. And then I ended up wanting a corner shelf here, and then I found the vampire one that matched the table and was just like, let's turn it into a corner shelf. And I didn't like the space at the top left, so I ended up raising this plant as though they had put a plant on top of the what is that thing? It's got a skull in it. Well, I'm not really sure what it is. It's not like a china cabinet, is it? Because it's got a skull in it. But anyway, then I put the vampire picture, and I did the one with the girl in the yellow dress to kind of be like, hey, maybe this is a picture of Belle. So I did that and added I wanted Adam, when he moves in, I want him to play a lot of instruments. And then Belle, of course, is going to be an author. She likes to read a lot. So I put in the organ, and then I put a grand piano on the second floor as well. I didn't do any violins or any of that because I wanted to wait and see. I wanted to max out these two before I got to those. And then I got a follower. Woohoo! So over here is just a little sitting area, which I think is really cute. The idea behind it is just that for guests and stuff, you would kind of have somewhere for them to come and kind of have like a quiet moment away from the dining table or the bar area. But I just thought that the downstairs of this house seemed to be very, very accommodating for company. So I loved that about it. I loved that it had such an open feeling, a welcoming feeling, while still kind of sticking with the castle-y type theme, So I thought it worked really well. And Sophie, no, go outside if you're going to do that. Okay? Okay, good talk. So then over here, we're still working on the corner here because I just wanted that table to have a little stuff on it. But I ended up using this table a lot in the building. I didn't expect to, and then I found this rose rug, and I was like, how perfect is a rose rug in Belle and Adam's house? So I ended up putting it there. I think I might have tried to use it somewhere else, but I don't remember if I actually kept it or not. On the second floor is going to just be it's pretty much a huge library. It's a huge library with some space to kind of include Adam, because he likes to read too, but he also wants to watch his sports and play the piano and all of that. So I kind of got pretty much the whole space is the library, media room, and then a little corner bathroom, and then of course the stairs to the 3rd floor. So this will be the corner bathroom that I don't even think I got to decorating in this thing, but it's kind of basic bathroom now. So I think I showed you a picture of it. So then we chose to go with the paneling wall with the little gold accents, which I thought was really nice, because I wanted to go light on the walls, because I was going to go wood toned on the bookshelves. And I thought I was going to try to mix the bookshelves, but I didn't end up liking the way they looked, and honestly none of them really seem to go very well together, which is really sad, because I need a bookshelf that takes up 2 spaces and a bookshelf that takes up 1 space that goes right together, that looks like it matches almost. You know, that would have been perfect there. Instead, I just wiggled the 2 space ones in the corners, which ended up looking really nice, but you know, it's kind of not how it's supposed to work, but they can use it and it looks beautiful, and the whole room is just books, and it's just, I'm so jealous of it. Oh, and there's a ginormous TV. I put the ginormous TV in there so that he can watch his sports, and she still gets all her books, and it's just a match made in fairy tale heaven. It's beautiful. Beautiful. And I think I ended up going kind of, I ended up doing some green, because over here on where you see this little urn that's just sitting there right now, I knew I wanted to use it, just wasn't sure where yet. I ended up putting like a little sitting area with the kind of green fabric looking couches, just so that there's enough space there. It's a huge library, so she could have tons of people over, have like a book club or something, and everybody come up here and be reading, and that's actually a really cool idea. I like that. I'm gonna have them have a book club. Huh. Okay, so she's gonna have a book club now. So I put this in the green, and I thought it was really pretty. And so they're gonna have a little sitting area, and I put 3 different tables together to make the big coffee table in the middle, which is going to be remedied in the next stuff pack, hopefully. I did vote for one of the bigger, or maybe it was both, but I did vote for the bigger square coffee table that they're putting in there, or gave us the option for, and I'm excited. But for this one, I just put 3 together to make the process happen, so it ended up working. I ended up putting a bunch of stuff, trying to put a bunch of stuff on it, and I might have either under or overdone, depending on what your style is, but I just couldn't get stuff to fit right. It just kind of was it didn't flow right at first, but I ended up liking the way that it turned out, and I got a little tea thing so that you could have some tea and some sweet or unsweet, or some Kool-Aid, or some lemonade. Lemonade would be really good right now. You could have some of that and sit here and read one of the mini books. Okay, one thing that I am going to let you guys know, I put all these bookshelves in here, right? And I came into the house to take the pictures, and I told Belle to go read one of the books, because she was just going to be reading one of the books in the picture. And she comes over to the thing, and I just click on open on the bookshelf so that I can choose the book and put it in her inventory, so that she doesn't have to go to the bookshelf right away. So that way I can say, go sit here, and it just kind of cuts out the middle aspect. And so I did the open thing, and there were 0 books in any of these bookshelves. But if you went to hit read, there were books in the bookshelf. She could go get a book out of the bookshelf. I was like, what is that? Why is it being weird? And so I don't know if it's the kind of bookshelf that I chose, but it ended up being weird about whether or not it's got books in it or not. I mean, it does, but it doesn't, so I don't know. If you guys know why or what or how to fix that, do let me know down below, because I thought that was so strange. I mean, they're there, but they're not there. So I guess I can't have control over them. The Sims will have to have their own book moments. So I played with a lot of different kinds of rugs here. I liked that combination of the the big circle rug with the little like whatever rug that is. I don't even know how you would describe that rug. It kind of looks like a sun to me, but it doesn't really either, so it's confusing. But I like that rug a lot, and I use it probably a little too much, but it's so nice. And then I put the I think it's a plush rug, because I had decided, talking in the stream, I was like, it's probably wrong to put a fur rug in Beast's house. Like, he would probably be rather offended. So I decided a plush rug, because it's, you know, even if you put a fake fur rug, I felt like that wasn't going to be acceptable. So I put a plush rug instead. It still kind of did the same thing, but we'll keep that to ourselves. So these are some of the finished products. This is the downstairs, and and then, oh no, you could see the mailbox. Ignore the mailbox in the hallway. I moved it, I swear. Then this would be the library, and there's Belle sitting over there reading her book, and there is Adam watching his sports TV. It looks awesome. I'm so in love with it. I think it looks like those candelabras, those like chandeliers hanging down. I'm gonna burn the ceiling. This is the kind of ode to the story that I did. It was kind of the rose, and the picture of the dude, and I don't know. I just thought it was a nice little remembrance for the Beauty and the Beast movie. And then I have two bedrooms for kids up on the top floor. I thought it was I kind of imagined it would be twins, a boy and a girl. And then this would be Belle's and Adam's bedroom and bathroom. I think it turned out really cute. I liked the gold and the white. I think it turned out good. And then this is a little surprise. The first thing that I did when I got there is I started cooking. And then people started showing up for the welcome party, and everybody was just there, and they all just came in, and I just thought it was so cute to see Adam and Carl and Eugene all sitting at the table there just having a great time. I think they're all going to be besties. So, but I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I hope that you enjoyed the house. If you do, please let me know. Please hit that like button down below and subscribe so that you can see the next episode. And I will see you guys next time as we continue to play all the games.